Watching the 2024-25 SCAC Basketball Media Days. Today, we're taking a dive into the Colorado College women's basketball program. The Tigers will once again be led as they head into the season. And the guys, the head coach, Katherine Auguste, along with leadership from senior Zoe Tomlinson. And Coach Zoe, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Coach, heading into year 9 as the head coach of this CC women's basketball program, I'm interested in what you see and have felt as the biggest growth in this program over the last number of years, and ultimately just how excited to be back here at the start of a new season and getting ready to go with this group of athletes heading into the year.
It's a great question. I could not be any luckier to be at Colorado College. I'm surrounded by such motivated student athletes, amazing colleagues, great leadership. And so going into year 9, I feel like our vibe is really competitive. It's one of high expectations. It's one of good people that are motivating each other in just really positive and really real ways. I'm very proud of the effort our team has put in all summer into this preseason, and I just love where we're at right now.
Zoe, coming into this season, I'm interested. Coach took my word there, but what's the vibe check? Well, what is the squad feeling right now as preseason? You're kind of in the thick of it right now. Preseason's unfolding. You're starting to get that itch to get out there and I'm sure play a real game. But what's kind of been the vibe in the locker room like on the floor? What are things that this group is excited about? And how excited are you to be back here at the start of the season?
Yeah, I would say overall the vibes are really high. They're also competitive, but we're all having a lot of fun. Preseason's been awesome, whether that's in the weight room, on the court and pickup, or through our preseason practices. Everyone's been working super hard and we've been having a lot of fun. So overall, we're just really excited to get to play someone who's not ourselves, getting up here soon. But in general, we all just love spending time together, whether that's basketball or not. So everything's been great, and I think everyone's excited to get into the season.
Coach, I think one of the great things about college sports is, as you know, every team is no team is the same. And so, tell us a little about this team. What have you learned about this 24-25 version of the CC Tigers, whether it be their personalities, things that make them, go and motivate them? What have you learned about this group, and what have you learned that excites you going into the year?
This team is really, really self-driven. Like almost anytime I walk in the gym, someone's in there working, getting shots up. In step with that, they are willing to laugh. They have so much fun together. Like to see the level of best friends, teammates, right? Like roommates on and off the court. Like it's just really fun. I think the dynamics, to echo what Zoe said, like it's such a great thing to walk into the gym and have that kind of atmosphere, no matter what, right? Like if there's a dip in practice, somebody on our team is going to grab the reins and right the ship, and it could come from absolutely anybody. So I think the leadership dynamic, as well as just every personality who's willing to work, super motivated, has been a joy to be around.
Zoe, what is it that you love about being a college basketball player, a college athlete? And, what does being a part of this CC women's basketball program do to kind of help strengthen it and bolster those things that you love so much about being a student athlete?
Yeah, I think there's so many things that I love and have learned from being a student athlete. I could talk a lot about all the time management skills that I've learned and how that's helped me in the classroom. But I think the biggest thing that I've loved about being a part of college basketball, particularly here, is just the people I've been able to meet, whether that's all the different alums that we've met. Our coaches do a great job making sure we know we have a strong CC Athletics alumni network to connect with, but then also just the people I meet on campus every day. And my teammates, I mean, Coach said it, but we are best friends. I live with 3 of them this year. I lived with 7 of them last year. And I mean, we spend so much time together. We have so much fun together. So I'm really just thankful for the connections that I've been able to make and the friends that I've been able to form through college basketball.
Coach, what's been the message early on in this preseason? What are some things that you and your staff have really focused on with this group, whether it be things you feel this team does well that you're trying to do great, or maybe things that you're trying to improve as this group starts to get prepared for the start of the season?
I think it's been 2 messages. And the first is compete every single day. We're not waiting for a certain game down the line. We're not waiting to get up for a given opponent, right? Or a certain challenge. Like it's us competing every single day in practice. And I'm loving what I'm seeing with that. Hand in hand with that, just play with increased creativity. Be willing to make the play. Trust that a teammate's going to make the play. Be there to get their rebound, right? So I think we're really taking on a more free-flowing identity, and it's been awesome to watch that grow as we step into it as a team, because it's a bit new for us, and I like the style of play that it's yielding.
Finally, Zoe, as we wrap up with you, obviously you've been such a big part of not only CC basketball, but SCAC basketball since day one, arriving there on campus in the Springs. And so coming into this senior year, what's kind of your message as the leader? What do you hope as you've kind of closed your eyes and thought about this season unfolding? What is your hopes for this year as you get prepared to go into the senior season?
Yeah, I would say it kind of goes along with what Coach just mentioned, but we do have kind of a more free-flowing identity. So I think individually something, and then also team-wise, is just being more creative with our game, being a little bit more, doing things differently every game. But, at the end of the day, we all just want to win. So kind of the same goal I've had every year for me and for the team is just to do as well as possible. I think we're a special group, so I really hope we get some results that we've been wanting.
And finally, Coach, as we wrap up with you, we've talked about kind of the ways in which you've seen growth in this program, the excitement of this specific team coming into the season. And, you've been knocking at the door of that conference championship for the last number of years. So, for you as the coach, what's next with this group? What do you hope to kind of see as this season unfolds? And what's going to be key ultimately in accomplishing those things going into the year?
Our group is highly aspirational, highly competitive, and they put in the work to be all of those things. So our aspiration hasn't changed. We want wins in important games. We want a chance to represent Colorado College in the NCAA tournament. And we just want to really big picture continue growing together and earn every opportunity we have. So couldn't be more proud of the people, the fight. I love where we're at and I love who we are. So I'm very proud of this group.
Colorado College head women's basketball coach Katherine Auguste, along with leadership from senior Zoe Tomlinson, the CC Tigers will open up 2024-25 campaign at home against Pacific on November 15th. Coach Zoe, thanks so much for your time today and best of luck as you head into the year.
Thank you. See ya.